So what would you give us, a thumbs down, an okay, one thumbs up, or two thumbs up for our product?
Oh, it's still a 12 thumbs up.
Okay.
And the reason is I teach independent living skills, and I love food. Tucson has so many different restaurants, and I go out often, and I can never find a 100% accessible menu. I can find some that kind of are, some really aren't, and there's like blah blah JPEG numbers. This one actually is 100% accessible. I could sit down and have a conversation with my friends while scrolling through the menu with my right headphones on. I can be like, okay, this is what I want to eat, and we're good to go. If I'm in the car, we can all figure out what we want to eat by the time we get there. It's like, all right, we got our order ready to rock and roll. This is great for everyone. I love it.
Cool. Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. Is there any way that we can improve the product?
App's always the best way, but I know that's a cost thing, and you have to kind of get things building. But that's the ultimate one. If you have that and have the same system and same everything that works just well for that, everybody will be able to get it everywhere and use it easier. Go ahead. So that's the only thing I'd say eventually is go into adding that to it instead of just the website.
We're talking about working either with Uber or Lyft so that you could get an estimate on how much it would cost to get to the restaurant, and then have a deep link so that it would hook into your Uber or Lyft app. What do you feel about that?
That's interesting. At least then you'll have an idea exactly, all right, you can pick a different restaurant based on cost to get there, which then you can budget based on the cost of how to get there and back and what you're going to have for the meal. So that actually really is a big part of living on your own, find that right budget and doing it. So if you have that information ahead of time, you can plan on what restaurant you want to go to.
Okay, cool.
So I actually dig it.
Are you a Braille user?
Yes.
Okay. Have you tried any of the Braille menus here in the restaurant or just in general?
I have tried some of them, and it's great that they actually do it. It is nice. The one big downside is it's a restaurant. So if you have paper and then at Braille level paper, it's going to eventually start wearing down a lot faster, a lot easier. Wetness, dirty hands, all that stuff. So the bumps of wear, I'm mostly constantly going to have to reprint a lot and a lot more often. And a lot of companies, restaurants, they won't do it because it's not cheap to print in Braille. If they have this as an alternative where they can satisfy everybody, and also they can find a way to increase their sales because now their turnover will be quicker, it's a win-win for everybody.
When you use a Braille menu, do you typically have a price on it? And is that a factor?
There usually isn't a price on there, and that's a huge factor. Because otherwise I'm just going on base assumptions of the level, the kind of restaurant it is. Is it just a regular chain, TGI Fridays or an Applebee's, or am I going to a mom and pop local little diner? Or am I going to, like a Gordon Ramsay type place and like a well-established name? If I know that, and I can, which I do, it makes it easier for me to figure out roughly what the prices are. But I prefer to know exactly what they are, so then I'm like, okay, I got everything figured out ahead of time, and then honestly, I can sit there and calculate my entire bill. So when they come, I can already know what's going on.
Cool. All right. How many times a week do you typically eat out? Once a week? Once a month? How often is your frequency of eating out?
Honestly, probably at least 2 to 3 times a week on average, depending on how things are going. If it's a hectic time frame.
Yeah. Okay. Do you ever have food delivered?
Yeah, I'll use Uber Eats or I'll use a Grubhub.
Yeah.
I like them because then, when I'm having a long, hard day and I just need to have dinner, I can try from different restaurants and I have that access.
Okay.
A Grubhub isn't always 100% accessible either with their voiceover and everything. So it takes a little finagling.
And on average, how often do you have something ordered, sent, brought home like Grubhub or Uber Eats?
It's like once or twice a week. I'm a single guy. I love to cook, and I do cook. But when I work a long day, it's like 7 o'clock by the time I get home. I'm like, no, we're not cooking.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. Anything else you can think of that might improve our app in any way? This is blue sky, whatever.
Finding more restaurants to get on the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, finding a way to really spread it everywhere. App is huge. I like the fact that no matter what kind of visual issue you have an accessible feature for everything, so that's nice. Honestly, right now, the only true thing that really needs to be put on there to really keep it rocking is app it. Get an app for it, and it'll keep going. That's about it.